Hey, Thabreakmaster here, and I'm here today to give you my Mob Psycho 100 Episode 3 review. So we're 3 episodes in on this series, and this is the point where either people will continue watching this series or dropping this series. Because everybody has a 3-episode limit for an anime, and I'm pretty much no different here. So after watching this episode, Episode 3 of Mob Psycho, I'll say it hasn't fully drawn me in just yet. But I do see the potential in this series. In this episode right here, it makes me feel like there's still more to come. There's still things that the show can do. And I'm looking forward for more. But at the same time, there are things with the series that I'm just not really enjoying to the fullest. And that's mainly the characters, like Mob, for instance. I don't really have an issue with his character, per se. He's not a bad character. It's just that he's not a character that can honestly hold a whole episode by himself. Or the whole show by himself. What's lacking with this series so far, in my opinion, is that there isn't really any strong supporting characters for Mob. Yeah, we have his teacher and everything like that, but like I said, I particularly don't like his character trope. I don't really mess with that. And then we have like the students that's in that little classroom, that club and everything like that. And I mean, they're not terrible. I mean, the girl is the only one that really has any real personality that's in that little group that he has. And everybody else is kind of just there. So, I mean, like I said, the show to me is kind of lacking supporting characters. And I'm just hoping that we have better supporting roles for Mob so this show can really start rolling. Because so far, the show to me seems very character-driven. It really focuses on Mob a lot, which is, I mean, that's not a bad thing. But like I said, he's just not a character that can really hold a whole show by himself. And it was cool to see him, like, finally go 100 and just go this beast mode and everything like that. But I expected it. You know, it wasn't like, it didn't blow me away. Like, none of the stuff so far I've seen has just blown me away. That made me feel like, yeah, this show is legit to quit, not to quit, because it's the best of all time. What I do find interesting about Mob's power, it kind of reminds me a lot of Raven from Teen Titans, though. Because his power seems to be controlled by his emotions. The more distress or whatever the case may be that makes, you know, an impact on his emotion, that's when the bar rises up. And when it gets to 100, that's when he pretty much unleashes all his power and he's just in a beast mode state that you just can't stop. Dude's so powerful, he freaking poked the ghost in the head and the ghost just said, boop! So there are things I do like about the series. I like the ghost aspect, spirit aspect of the series and everything like that. I rock with it, you know. I believe in spirits and I believe there's ghosts and everything all around us and all that crap. And with how this show is, I can see the potential of just like these crazy monsters, crazy ghosts just coming out of nowhere. And like we already seen possession in this episode here. And he made like a whole crazy cult to make everybody smile. Like it's like the type of story that can happen with some of this is just, there's a lot of promise, like I was saying. I just need the characters to really start impressing me more. I want Mob to impress me more with his character. I want his teacher to start impressing me a bit more with his character and have some, again, better supporting characters behind Mob and his teacher. But this is all my opinion. This is how I feel so far for it. And I just want to see where we're going to be going with this, because I'm going to continue watching it. Because I do have hope that this show can be good. Because I keep hearing that apparently the plot is actually better than One Punch Man. And right now, as you see, I never actually try to compare it to One Punch Man in this whole review because I don't want to do that. I want my reviews to be separate. I don't want to talk about One Punch Man like One Punch Man did better than this and the characters are better than that. Like I'm not gonna do that. I want to review this and see this as a separate entity from One Punch Man, and I want to come here with these reviews very open-minded to the whole series, not to try to give us some expectation that maybe it can hold or not hold. So yeah, not a bad episode this week. Leave in the comment section below and tell me what you think of this week's episode of Mob Psycho 100. Like you like this review or dislike if you dislike it, and subscribe if you want to see some more reviews from me, the Breakmaster. So it's been the Breakmaster, and until then, people, break out.